congratulations on the great win. I thought it was not only some individual brilliance from the likes of the man next to you, Sam Walker, your fullback, Mark Nolan twice. It was a full team effort.
Yeah.
What were you most pleased with tonight?
I thought probably the consistency from sort of 0 to 80. I thought we were pretty clear on how we wanted to play. I thought we defended well, kicked well, and then we took some of our opportunities. I feel like it wasn't a line break game. Both teams were ready to play. It wasn't a really opening. No one was going to make huge errors. So we had to work for them, and you either had to break some tackles or get it on a last tackle. And so I thought the consistency over that period of time was really good.
I've got to ask you this question. Your skipper, how is he?
He's not as pretty as what he was before the game. So it was a bit of a whack there, but you really like to see someone go all out on a play and have eyes for the ball and give everything for the play, and then want to argue the toss with a broken nose about whether he touched it or not when he got up. But he's good.
So it's Brales and Settle, probably no clean towels, but it is definitely broken.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, from what I saw.
What did you like most about that first half? St. Fitzgerald, I think it took 36 minutes for them to get to play the ball inside the 20. What was your defence doing so well that limited them and made it so difficult to cross halfway?
Well, I think that was what I was probably alluding to in the first part, the consistency of our movement. Ches and Sammy supporting him was really happy to kick the ball back to him. I think we went 55 plays to start the game. I think we had a couple of short ones, and then we went 22 plays into our try. So the first 20 minutes was 90+% of just continuous play, and so it took two teams arm wrestling to sort of work out 4 points. And then the next 20 minutes, we got some yardage penalties and took our opportunities into half time. They had that short kickoff, which gave them the sort of. So we're really disciplined on your question, and then we had the short kickoff, which gave them field position that we didn't cover, and then I think it was a penalty, then a try on the back there just before half time. So.
Daly, I think you will ask about all the Origin guys who backed up. Start with Lindsay Collins. Gets his first Origin try on Wednesday. He scores his first try. Not just the tries, his runs in that first stint were enormous. What have you seen from him? It was potentially the best week of his career, maybe.
Yeah, well, Lindsay's a leader of our side and someone that we all look to get us forward down the field. So he did that tonight. He was fantastic, and I have to take the chance to thank all the boys for backing up tonight. It's not easy. Even on the last game of the round, all of that time, you do get that time to recover, but you also have time to think about how sore you've become as well. So, Lindsay led us through the middle tonight, along with others, and just a really big shout out to the Origin boys for backing up and being a big part of our game tonight.
Ches, what's it like as a playmaker? You've seen them all, having a guy like Mark Nolan and Nicolasa out on the right and able to turn not even half chances.
Yeah, well, he's an amazing athlete. The situations that he finds himself in, and not just gets through it, but makes it look easy. It's amazing to see him go to work with it all. But he's a very, very likeable, much-loved teammate. It puts a lot of work into his game, and tonight you could see how much it meant to him to come out to play well after Wednesday night and get back on track, and he was fantastic for us.
What did you make of that sort of tit for tat with Ronnie unfolding there? Trent, do you have a moment where you can sort of appreciate it as a footy fan, or how do you sort of react to that in the coach's box?
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but I mean, it's a part of Ronnie's game, and I think we enjoy watching it when it's not your team. Like there's a bit of that, but you enjoy that's not for coaches, that's for players to sort out and work out for themselves, and but I really like the way that Mark reacted to it as well. I think he stood his ground, but then also played footy on the back of it. So, that's why we enjoy watching our game.
2 competition points, Trent, but you leave from 7th into the top 4. I suppose that's the place you want to stay now, part of the season. Yeah, we've sort of, our buys, we've got 5 games in between. We've had 4 of them. I think we're 2-2.
And so we enjoy this period. I've talked about this Origin period. That was really enjoyable tonight because we had 7 guys out. These guys had to shoulder load. They come back in and say, what are we doing? These guys go, we're doing this. They go, yep, we're on board. And so that's a really enjoyable game, you know, to have 8 points against in an Origin period. Sometimes you'll see high points scored in these periods. So I was really proud of the team just to go lock in and do that. And it's a credit to the guys that were back here as well and pass that on. So, yep, we just got to keep driving. You know, it is about the ladder. It's pretty important in this game. But performances will look after that.
Short turnaround into the Bronx game, and I imagine you guys plan for everything in terms of, you identified maybe these 2 games as one where the Origin guys might, you know, you might rest a couple, or how do you approach how you look after 7 guys?
Yeah, we'll see after this game. We've got a couple of days to decide that, see how the guys recover. Yeah, that'll be a decision for a couple of days.
What's the latest on Angus?
Yeah, it won't be a week. I guess that's the thing. It's he's got to see a specialist on Tuesday, so yeah, it won't be a week or 2.
Is it foot for Angus, or
Foot, yeah.
like a plantar fascia, or
No, it's more bone.
Daly, can I just ask what you've got Origin players from both states. What's it like for the playing group? It reminds me of when Canberra used to have the what's it like having them come back? I suppose they're all teammates and it goes out the window. Is there banter talk? Is there ribbing? Is there bragging?
Nah, it's as simple as what you just explained. There's a job to do and such a professional level to it. It's still all on the line. So I don't think anyone would be brave enough to be talking too cheeky. There's a result that they both want to get next Wednesday week. It's been really professional, and that's something you have to commend, is the way that everyone can just put it to the side and know how important it is. But then when you put a jersey on, Roosters jersey, that's what's important right now, and I think they've done a fantastic job of that during this series.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, State of Origin, GIO State of Origin review. Queensland 44-24 over New South Wales. Latrell, before we talk about you personally, firstly, New South Wales, the first half, you know, I thought New South Wales probably dominated yardage mostly. Yeah. But the second half, I mean, you look at, mate, what Queensland did. They just came out and they just bulldozed us.
Yeah. No, the second phase obviously hurts us a little bit, especially Munster. Then obviously Selwyn doing what he's done on the wing. Hammer was unbelievable. He was on fire. And then, yeah, I just think our bench is, you know, supposedly, I don't know what happened there, but I think we could have transitioned a bit quicker by getting them on and off. And, you know, we're killing with Payne and Barnett on there at the start of the game. It's like, do we get them on quicker? What's the go there? So.
Do you think we came out flat in that second half?
I reckon it was. I thought it was just Queensland just went up another level, and we couldn't get.
Well, that means we needed to.
Well, we had 4 sets. Our first 4 sets, we were kicking from within the 30-metre line, and it was their markers. Harry was just shooting out, and their line speed killed us. Unfortunately,
because the play the balls are slow.
But that was because of their effort of Queensland, and then they got onto that roll, and when they're playing that ad-lib football, it's very hard to stop.
And I tell you what, Queensland have got this amazing ability, individually and collectively, of knowing when knowing a critical period of the game and how to win it. And there was about a minute before half-time, we had 2 attacking sets right on half-time. And it was when Munster was off, Maxi Plath was on edge defence, and we threw everything at it so we couldn't score. And I reckon at that point, going into half-time, I reckon I saw a little bit of a shift there. And if you watch the way they play there, like, they had a very simple game plan, you know, like hitting the line hard, winning yardage, and everything was, again, Kalen Ponga swinging to his sweet spot all the time, getting the ball to Kalen, going to that edge all the time with Katoni and that right side defence. And they're just so methodical all the time. New South Wales, as I said before, we won the yardage fight for the majority of that first half, but in the second half, just run over the top of it.
We ran it, and Latrell mentioned it. Whatever happened to our interchange, not too sure. But at one stage, and it's been, well publicised, we had none of our front rowers 3 front rowers, none of them were on the field for about 15 minutes. So you need to get that sort of impact through the middle. Even Brian, they did such a good job on our outside backs.
Happy, I felt like he could have done a bit, with his creativity. He's done me up a few times in it's a weekend footy, but like I know Robson gets through a lot of work and he's a good defender, but it's like when is it time to make that call, So
I think you're right, Latrell. Needing more creativity to help with our yardage there. There's no doubt going into game 2, this last game, the decider up there, there'll be changes. And, without going too far into it now, what I think about it is this last game, to beat Queensland in a decider, don't pick on form, right? What you do is you pick blokes who are great big game players and who have got presence. This bloke, Tom Travoy, Liam Martin, Abby Coruscant, they're the guys that have got presence and don't fear that big occasion.
Okay, could I ask you this, Matty, after being one of New South Wales grade 5'8"s?
Yes. A tough, hard man.
Are we giving Moses the benefit of doubt? Like, he came through, he hadn't played for 31 days, or do you just go, what I saw from Ethan Strange, that's an Origin player?
I think one of the things we've got to work out too, number one is you've got to have big game players, as I said, players with presence, players that when the team sheets up in Queensland, they go, OK, it's on, here we go. The other thing, we've got to simplify our football. At the moment, we've sort of got, like, for me, Nathan and Teddy have never quite worked. It's like oil and water for whatever reason, OK? They've got to make a decision there. The other one is, have we got too many blokes trying to play football? Sometimes we've got so many blokes who can play football out there, we need another ball on the field. So is there a do you think about going Nathan and then putting Ethan alongside him because he's simple and runs the football?
Yeah.
In my opinion, Cameron Murray has to start.
Yeah.
Right, he's got to start at 13. I want to start, if I'm Laurie, I want to start the game. I want to get on top of Queensland early, strike a blow and get on the front foot and get guys like Nathan into a rhythm early. So that's why I start with Adam Fanua-Blake, Payne Haas, Cam Murray. Right, start strong. And if those blokes are on their game, you're going to win yardage. Then suddenly you start to build confidence. And as I said, when you've got blokes like Latrell out there and you've got Stephen Crichton who's going to be defending Kalen coming on that edge, there's just more presence. If that makes sense, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I oftentimes get there and I think to myself, I remember Chris Close hearing him interviewed about his first ever Origin game. And he's in the sheds, 1980, 81, and he's a young guy. And then sitting next to him in the sheds is Arthur Beetson. And Arthur Beetson is strapping his own fingers and he's sitting there going, I'm sitting next to Arthur Beetson, and he's preparing like he's going to war. So if I'm in that shed and I'm a young player and I look and sit next to me is Latrell Mitchell putting his boots on, I'm thinking to myself, fuck me, let's go.
That's quite passionate, Matthew. Am I sensing maybe next year, would you be interested in coaching?
Absolutely not.
No, really? No, what if they... I mean, Laurie has already said that this will be his last year.
If Joey does it, I'll help Joey out. That's it.
Really?
Joey. Ask Andrew.
Yeah,
Andrew's the man.
Have you spoken to Andrew about it?
Yeah, spoken to
Andrew about
Absolutely not. Now, the step one Origin performer, and he was my man of the match, Selwyn Cobbo. I just thought Selwyn was just unbelievable. Yardage, catch it. They put him under pressure with high balls. Mate, he's finishing. Latrell is...
I don't know why we're kicking to him, to be fair.
Yeah.
He just looked like he just wanted to run for everyone.
Mate, he's unbelievable. Finest game of his career.
Yeah,
and like Hindy, 6 months ago, when he left the Broncos, there was a bit of a sense that his career might have been on the brink.
Yes. But even before Origin 1, playing for the Dolphins, I'm going... He didn't look... He didn't look in shape. I'm going to say that. He didn't look in shape. He would have a carry and then he'd be sitting in the background catching his breath. Come Origin 1, and there was a game plan to kick to him. He was taking every catch. He was running the ball well. He looked like a different player. He looked fit. He looked happy. He looked raring to go. He's taken that into game 2 and absolutely dominated us.
Yeah. He was incredible. Well done to Selwyn Cobbo.